What the hell is Whoopi talking about? Let's get into it. I guess the new darling of the Democratic Party who has been campaigning and, endorsed Kamala Harris, Liz Cheney, was on The View yesterday. And one of the craziest moments I think I've seen on The View, mostly liberal panel, Whoopi Goldberg opened up her mouth and said this.
I have a question. Are you also a lawyer?
Yeah. I am.
So you could conceivably be a great AG if this was because and I say this because your moral core is magnificent.
Wow.
And I know you probably don't want to.
Has Trump really ravished our brains that we would view someone like Liz Cheney as someone we would feel comfortable being on the left in our administrations as attorney general? Don't get me wrong. I think what she has done, as far as, being on the January 6th commission, campaigning with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, endorsing them, kind of giving those lifelong conservatives a off ramp to, vote for Democrats this one time. She's even gone as far as to say vote down ballot to make sure that when Harris wins, and you see how I did that, when Harris wins, that the Democrats are in charge of the House, so that way we know it will be certified. The election will be certified once Harris wins. But to act as if her policies are not some of the most right-leaning policies known to man. If I'm not mistaken, she voted 94 to 97% along with Trump. This is, and don't get me wrong, I tend to lean much further left than that whole panel. I understand that Whoopi is of a certain age, so camaraderie and togetherness and this country being as one is something that is extremely important to them, and decorum matters so much. So when people talk about Trump, I know there's a lot of people of that ilk, of that age group, of that generation. He's so crass. He's such a horrible person, and to the point where people like Joy on the panel have started to say that they like George Bush, and I'm like, George Bush is horrible. He's the him actually George Bush and Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney's father, is the reason why there are over 2 million Afghani and Iraqis no longer here. Reason why tens of thousands of our military are no longer here because of lies and their hawkishness overseas. So to essentially say, I think you would be a great AG, we still have to focus on the policies that she stands for. Like, let's not get too, kumbaya. Okay, number one political stance. Liz Cheney is extremely pro-life. She has voted to defund Planned Parenthood, who not only offers reproductive care, but also women's issues. They do mammograms, they do a whole host of things. And because of a certain addendum that was under Roe versus Wade, the government wasn't even able to fund, they weren't even allowed to fund abortion services that were, such a small part of Planned Parenthood. Just a few years ago, she was saying that Democrats were for extreme late term abortion. And then she's also backtracking saying, like, I'm pro life, but it was shocking to me to see like all of the just how far my party would go. You're with you're with these people all the time. You've been a conservative all your life. Why is it shocking to you that they would do what they've done? They've always been this way. Donald Trump is not the cause of this. He is a symptom. Donald Trump would not be able to flourish in the Democratic Party, but he was able to flourish in the Republican Party because this is the party that allows and believes in what he does. Again, you voted 94 to 97% of the time with him. So politically, you're no different. You're just as dangerous. So it makes me go back to Whoopi again. What were you thinking when you said that? Like, what? And then the crowd was like clapping. That's the thing. Like Democrats, they always go too far because if the shoe was on the other foot, if it was flipped 100, if it was flipped, and we had a crazy person running for office, and we needed to start campaigning with Republicans to make sure the crazy person, the crazy Democrat didn't get in office. Do you think the Republicans would be offering a seat? Do you think we could go on Fox News on the 4 and Janine Pirro would be saying, "Hey, Sonny, you're a lawyer. I think you'd be a great AG." No, they would never do that. So why are you doing that, Whoopi? Like, let's stop being so Pollyanna. I understand that we are in a crazy time. I totally understand that. And Donald Trump is the number one threat and the number one person that we need to get out. But like I said in a previous video, we have to stop acting like Donald Trump is the only person that's the problem in the Republican Party. There is no such thing as a moderate Republican. They don't exist anymore. I think we are associating moderate, like being a moderate, with you not speaking like Trump. But it's fine if you still believe the policies that he has. So it's fine if you believe that, Democrats want to have late term abortions up into the ninth month, which Liz Cheney has said. That is what now we believe what moderation is in the Republican Party. And I just want to be very clear because the Democrats will find themselves in a very interesting spot when Donald Trump is no longer the person at the top of the ballot. And we have all these clips that will resurface in 2 years of them highlighting these people that have the same policies and the same beliefs that are outlined in 2025 in Donald Trump, bolstering them up because they believe in democracy, but they don't believe in women autonomy. All right, guys, it's your boy Poe Theory. Thank you for listening. If you have any thoughts or beliefs, don't forget to comment below. Uh, it's election day. God help us.